Hey there, fellas. Okay, so today, let me put it this way. Our main theme today is by popular demand. We've been receiving a ton of pictures, which paint a curious image. You can see that we've got a few padlocks lying on the hood of this car. So in those photos, they'd attach these to the wheel spokes with the purpose of extorting cash from the people who own those cars. As in, send me 500 rubles and I'll tell you where the key is. I'm guessing you can use that as some sort of anti-theft device. You attach it to your car, doesn't even matter whether it's front or rear-wheel drive, and you're done. I'm pretty sure the car isn't going anywhere in that scenario. Then again, I say we start experimenting. So right here we've got a couple of locks, the factory steel rims, our guinea pig, and right here we've got an alloy rim. It's a good place to start, though we could start testing the idea on these steelies. Let's put these locks on and see what happens.
И да, ребят, перед началом эксперимента хотел бы вам напомнить, что желтенький Chevrolet Camaro может достаться кому-то из вас. А как узнать все подробности и все, что с этим связано, переходите на наш телеграм-канал, подписывайтесь и будьте всегда в курсе.
Okay, let's try fitting it to this wheel. How does this... There we go. That was easy. We've attached the lock, everything's good. Though something tells me that with the steely it might hit the brake caliper. Then again, it's hard to tell for sure. Right, we've attached the lock to the wheel. Now I'm gonna start the car and we'll see whether it hits anything or not. We looking okay? So the car is moving and we've got no issues with clearance. Right, so what's going on down here? Let me see. We do have contact with the caliper. And the lock itself is rattling around. It either goes to one side or the other, basically rolling over back and forth. So if we were dealing with, say, a nice alloy wheel, this would be a problem. Even if the edges on this metal lock were somewhat smoothened out, it would still chip the paint when it came into contact with the wheel. And that's completely unacceptable. Let's go a bit faster. It is pounding away at the wheel. I can feel it with my left foot. The lock rolling around and hitting something. It is definitely hitting the caliper. But it's also hitting the rim. Yikes. Those noises. This is awful. Just imagine what's going on outside. That actually shouldn't be too hard. I can hear a loud knocking noise. Okay, so here's the deal. So that knocking noise is pretty harsh, but check out what I've got here. So in order to tie that thing down, some people would suggest using tape, but what if you don't have any? Let's say there's none inside this car, but there is a rope. I'm gonna try keeping the lock in place using this rope, then I'll set off and see what happens. So we'll start by taking this rope, threading it through here, tying down the lock. We'll make a loop down here. I guess that'll have to do. There's no getting away from the lock hitting the caliper. It'd be best to cut the excess bits off, but I'll just leave it. And we're off. We're actually not doing too bad. Let's try going a bit faster. Success? Not quite. This trick didn't work. The rope didn't give us the result we were after. I think I even know why.
Boom, boom.
Let's try doing this a bit differently. It didn't work. We still have contact. There's no way you could drive like this. Yeah, you're right. Maybe we should try it on a different wheel. Relax, dude, I'll think of something we could do to this wheel. I've actually already got an idea. I need a bush. Do we have any bushes nearby? Great, we found some bushes. Which is something you can find basically anywhere. In the city or in the middle of a field. Though if you find yourself in a field, you'll find grass everywhere, but typically there's a forest nearby. Plus nobody's attaching any locks in the middle of a field. Okay, let's try securing the lock using this twig. Come to Papa. There we go. There we are. Now we're guaranteed to not have any contact. Without a single doubt. Here we go.
Так. Так.
There you go. There you have it, fellas.
Ребят, вот вам.
We found a solution for when you find yourself in this sort of a pickle. And all you need is a few twigs. And we're moving. Nothing is hitting anything. I don't hear any knocking. We're looking pretty good here. And all thanks to a bit of ingenuity. No problem. Here I am driving in second gear. Here I was. No problems whatsoever. And that's awesome. Okay, we stick this one through from the inside. Then we attach this one. And now you can't even remove the wheel. It's not gonna slip through. So you can't replace this wheel with the spare. Plus you've got an extra lock. What the hell have you done here? Aren't you guys clever? Well, I'll be. Did you see that? I was gone for literally a few minutes. What the? You can't get it out, right? Yeah, it's not slipping through. I see you've cooked up a new experimental method. Lovely. You'll find the key behind the 8th dumpster on turn number 6. Holy shit. Now this is a doozy, isn't it? This car ain't going anywhere. What is up with you guys? Wasn't us, man. And who did this? Some asshole came in and, So someone has gone all out and attached 2 locks. Okay, let's try this out. I'll be taking it easy. That's it. So as you can plainly see, one wheel is completely locked up. Meanwhile, the other one is spinning. And we're not going anywhere. Go for it, dude. Let's see. It's already seized up. That's it. Dude, stop. That's enough. We're done here. You're gonna break the car. Okay, this isn't good. It's caught between the rotor, the brake rotor and the rim. It's wedged right in there. How do we extract it? You know what I think? We're looking at some considerable damage. What do you mean, no big deal? Well, it works as an anti-theft system. You're right, it's not bad, eh? But what do you do if there's no power source nearby? Go ahead and think it over. Okay, fellas. I've found me some cutters. Because in this sort of situation... Then again, let me try something here. If we were dealing with some other car that wasn't a Lada, something else which uses studs instead of bolts, in that case, removing the wheel would be quite a challenge indeed. But I'll go ahead and try anyway. Yep. That worked. Thanks to the wheel being secured by bolts. And the locks even fell out. I found a solution. Eat that. Cyril. Removing the locks was almost too easy. We weren't really trying, you know. See that? We bent the dust cover. All around. It's even slightly jamming the rotor. But that's about it. I'm sure the wheel is all scratched up from the inside. Yep, scratches all around. The car has sustained some damage. Also, the lock isn't feeling that great. A small piece broke off from the body. Must have been under a ton of stress. Looks like this is the part that got wedged in there, between the rotor and the wheel. Right, let's put the wheel back on. Okay, fellas, they're making this pretty difficult for me. Now, how do I get rid of all of this? Anyway, let's get right to it. Yeah, by the way, has everybody subscribed to our Telegram channel? You guys go ahead and do that right now. I'll give everybody a warm welcome. We'll leave some links in the description, so go ahead and subscribe to us on Telegram. In the meantime, I'm just gonna take these cutters, since we're assuming that we don't have electricity or anything else. That actually sounds a bit weird. Where exactly do you have to park your car to not have any electricity in order to cut these locks off? In the middle of the red square or something? You could always get a generator and hook up an angle grinder. Okay, so watch as I get these locks undone. Hopefully. Okay, now we squeeze really hard on the count of 1, 2, 3. Oh man, these locks nowadays. They are durable. Oh, thank God. We've just pissed away $5. Okay, so there you go. We've unlocked one of them, and we remove the other one like so. Check out what I've done to it. Though it obviously had nothing on these cutters. Okay, fellas, that's enough experimenting for one episode. To be completely honest, this trick with 2 locks, please don't do that to anybody. For the love of God, just don't do it. And you also might want to start, you know, walking around your car every now and then, just to make sure that there's nothing attached that shouldn't be there. Though I don't think anybody would do that nowadays. Anyway, that's where we're at with this experiment. These locks can give you a really hard time. And that's all I have for you fellas. Watch us, subscribe, send in those comments and suggestions, give us a big thumbs up. Okay, catch you later.